Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking a closer look at smart homes. Trying to balance the amazing convenience against some real risks to privacy and security that maybe don't get talked about enough.
It really is something how fast our homes got connected. We're talking about this whole ecosystem, right? The Internet of Things, IoT,
Right.
all these devices, lights, thermostats, security cameras, even fridges and stuff,
Mhm.
all linked up, controlled by your phone or, Alexa or Google.
And the promise is huge. Easier life, better security, saving energy, a home that sort of adapts to you.
Exactly. But, and this is the big but, all that good stuff is tied to some pretty serious privacy and security questions,
Mm.
especially when you see the market size. We're talking hundreds of billions now.
Yeah, and heading towards what, maybe 600, $700 billion pretty soon. That scale just magnifies the potential problems. So, okay, let's start with the clear upsides, the advantages.
Well, the number one thing is just sheer convenience.
Yeah.
Controlling your house from literally anywhere, adjusting the heating before you get home,
Yeah.
checking cameras,
Or unlocking the door for someone remotely.
right? And the automation side, setting schedules, having lights turn on when you arrive using geofencing. It's getting smarter too with AI learning your patterns. Think smart thermostats or even fridges that track what you need.
Which sounds amazing, but that level of smartness, it means it's constantly collecting data about you, doesn't it? That's the trade-off right there.
It absolutely is. Then you have the security angle. Smart systems give you like real monitoring power.
Yeah, live video feeds from cameras inside and out, alerts for motion, or if it sees a person or a package.
And smart locks, with remote control, access logs, virtual keys for guests, video doorbells so you can talk to whoever's there.
Plus things like smoke detectors, water leak sensors that alert your phone. Could even call emergency services, potentially. Some people get insurance breaks for this stuff.
But here's the flip side again. That same connectivity that gives you remote security access, that's also the potential way in for, well, bad actors.
Like hackers.
Exactly. Hacked cameras, locks being compromised.
Yeah.
It's not just theoretical. So the actual security really depends on the manufacturer doing their job and you setting things up securely.
Okay, let's talk energy efficiency. That's a big selling point too, saving money.
Right. Smart thermostats, learning your habits, supposedly saving, what, maybe 10% on heating and cooling. Smart lights, LEDs you can control, dim, schedule, turn off if no one's there.
Yeah, they claim big savings on electricity, like maybe 50% sometimes, and smart plugs for cutting that vampire power drain from devices on standby.
Plus smart appliances running efficiently, smart sprinklers saving water based on weather. You can even get dashboards showing exactly where your energy is going.
It all sounds good, but I guess the actual savings depend, right?
Oh, definitely. Depends on the upfront cost, how you configure everything, how you actually use it. Payback isn't guaranteed. Yeah.
Fair point. And the last big advantage area seems to be accessibility and just personalizing your living space.
Yeah, this is really important for people with disabilities or older folks. Voice control and automation can be, well, life-changing. Reminders, safety features like fall detection.
And just tailoring things like custom lighting scenes for movie night or specific temperature schedules, your voice assistant managing your calendar and stuff.
Even health integrations, air quality monitors, smart scales, sleep tracking like the Google Nest Hub does.
But again, that deep personalization, knowing your routines, your health habits,
Yeah.
that relies on collecting really personal data, which loops us back to the privacy concerns.
Precisely. Because to deliver all those benefits, the convenience, security, personalization, these systems are constantly gathering data. What you do, when you do it, sounds, images, where you are, it paints a very detailed picture.
And that picture often gets shared, doesn't it? Not just to make the service work, but for advertising and other commercial stuff. Sometimes it's not very clear who gets what data.
No, transparency is a real issue. Complex privacy policies, unclear consent. And then you have data brokers potentially scooping up this smart home data and combining it with everything else they know about you.
It brings up that slightly uncomfortable idea of, well, surveillance in your own home. Devices always listening or watching.
There's the risk of accidental recordings, sure, the device mishearing the wake word, but also the potential for deliberate snooping, whether it's, rogue employees or hackers gaining access.
Which happens because of security weaknesses, right? Like people using default passwords, not securing their Wi-Fi.
Absolutely. Weak passwords, unsecured networks, not updating the software. Those are the common ways in. And once someone's in, they could just mess with your lights, or they could try to access more sensitive stuff on your network, or even use your devices in bigger attacks.
And there's that issue of devices just getting old and manufacturers stopping updates, leaving them vulnerable, like zombie devices.
Right. Unsupported devices. The FTC has pointed out that companies aren't always clear about how long they'll provide those crucial security updates,
Yeah.
so you might not even know when your gadget becomes a risk.
So for you, the listener, using this tech, what's the takeaway? It seems like you really need to be proactive.
Definitely. Secure your home Wi-Fi, use strong, unique passwords, enable multi-factor authentication MFA wherever possible. Keep software updated.
And be mindful of the data. Check privacy settings, limit what you share if you can, maybe research the company's security track record before you buy something new.
All good steps. Which leads us to a final thought to leave you with. As this tech gets deeper integrated into our homes, collecting ever more intimate data, how do we, as individuals, push for more transparency and control? And what's the right role for, say, regulation to ensure privacy and security without killing off innovation? Something to think about?